Ready?
From Greenfield Central, 9-Star TV presents a Hoosier Heartland battle. The Greenfield Central Cougars and the New Palestine Dragons. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky along with Coach Bart. And tonight, Travis Nolting's Cougars look to handle a young Dragon squad that appears improving each week.
Without a doubt, Mike, I think it'll be a good football game. Both teams are young to a point in terms of their offensive lines. But, again, it'd be interesting to see. We have a couple of critical guys that are out for Greenfield Central. We'll talk more about that as we go through. Their quarterback suffering a clavicle break a couple of weeks ago. He's out, and the fullback is also out, Andrew Zellers, who's a big part of their wishbone offense, is out for the game. And so, you know, they got Rashid Street and Brad Allen ready to go in their spots, and New Pal's made a couple of switches in terms of their personnel, and it seemed to work last week. So we should have a great game here tonight.
We should. Last year, New Pal won this ball game in a hotly contested finish in which the Dragons won 17-14. This year, New Pal, they're getting their act together. They're 2-3. Greenfield Central 3-2 on the year. On paper, this should be a good ball game, but the battle of the trenches is going to determine the outcome of the game.
Without a doubt. It always does most of the time, as you know. And so I know up front, Greenfield Central, I did them a couple of weeks ago. They are monstrous up front on the offensive line, going 290, 270, 285, 275. They're a big physical group, so we'll see if the Cougars can hang.
Coach Bart, Travis Nolting is in his third year here at Greenfield Central, 8-16. He was at North Central in Farmers Process there. So in 11 years of coaching, he's 68-44. But nobody can compare to the former bomber from St. Xavier out of Cincinnati, Kyle Ralph, 98-9 in 9 years, all at New Pal.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and it's a total program thing as, you know, they just seem to replace guys with the next guy up. So done a good job over there and has won a lot of football games. Here we go.
Brendan Tanksley, the 5'6 senior, to kick off. Fielded at the 4. Down to the right side. He's got a lane. Misses a tackle to 40. Gets by another one to the 50, 40, 35, and dragged out of bounds at a huge return for the Greenfield Central Cougars to start this ball game. Joey Rowland, the senior, 6 foot, 189-pounder. He almost took it to the house.
Yeah, talking with Coach Nolding this week, he said Rowland's got some speed now, and he sure did show it on that return. I'll tell you what, he good blocking up front, too. They created a pretty good seam over there. He kind of juked the kicker there at the end and got tackled right at the 25-yard line.
Rashawn Street, the senior, number 4, will start at quarterback. He's played a lot of defense. He was the leading tackler for this ball club at 5'11", about 190 pounds. And you see in the backfield, along with him, number 9, Brad Allen. He's 5'11", 221 pounds. And because we've got the injury to Zellers, he may be the leading ground gainer for this ball club coming into the lineup as he runs off the right side for a couple.
Yeah, they came out in their traditional two tights, wishbone look, gave it to the fullback, and as a defensive guy and defensing the wishbone, you got to stop the fullback. That's the first thing, first and foremost. You must stop that guy before you go into the next phase.
And they run the football out of the wishbone. The Cougars up the middle again to number 9. The lead running back for the Cougars is Brad Allen, again, 220 pounds. He's a load, and you got to have some strength up the middle because New Pal's got some big kids up front.
Yeah, they play good on defense. They play really well on defense, and again, they got some good guys there up front, starting with Michael Thacker, who's a freshman, number 52. He's their leading sack guy and also a real stud in terms of the defense, according to Coach Ralph.
2 tight ends for Greenfield. 82 is Trenton Bailey. 83 is Sam Hall, the bookend tight ends. Dotson, Hill, Fleener, Bellows, and Skinner are the offensive line, and there's movement up front. That'll be an offensive. That'll be a legal procedure against the Cougars, and that'll hurt them here on third down.
Yeah, it's tough for a wishbone defense or offense to third and long to begin with, and then you tack on 5 more, and now it's 3rd and 12, and it's not exactly their cup of tea, so to speak. But it may be 4-down territory here for the Cougars, depending on what happens on this down.
Joey Rowland at 3rd and 12 in New Pal territory. And he takes this one under center. Man in motion. Down to the left side, inside the 25, and dragged down by Hook. And the running back, again, number 10, was the guy that picked up the carry and did a really nice job, Joe and the senior.
Yeah, they split the bone there to 2 wides and a slot, and ran a little pitch play to the outside, and Rolland found the corner, picked up good yards, got him in 4th and manageable here, 4th and 6.
Almost at the 20-yard line. It's do or die here for the Cougars. Rolling to the right is Street. Looking downfield, has a receiver, and it's tipped away at the last minute by New Pal. An outstanding defensive play on the backside by number 8, New Pal Dragons, and New Pal will take over an outstanding defensive play for Coach Ralph's ball club.
Big sprint out action by the quarterback with the ability to either run or throw it. He threw it at the last minute after getting some pressure there, and good play by the defense of New Pal.
That was Bryant Nunley, number 8, 5. For New Pal here in the first period from their own 21. And the quarterback is Hockett. He has had an outstanding season. Damon Hockett at 6'2", 265 pounds. And they give up the middle in a solid defensive play. The leading ground gainer this year, Grayson Thomas, is hammered up front by that sound defense for Greenfield. They're going to have to play very well in tonight's ball game to hang in this contest with the Dragons.
Yeah, Thomas is a good ball player. He's 5'11", 173 sophomore who's done a nice job. Had over 600 yards already this year.
Hockett, 35 out of 69 on the year, 622 yards, just 2 touchdown receptions, and the running back is hammered at the line of scrimmage. A great
play by the defense. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it looks like they slanted one way and it allowed the linebacker to shoot a gap through the B gap and make a play in the backfield.
Spread for New Pal on 3rd and long. 2-step drop. Hawk looks like the right, and he breaks the tackle. There he goes, 40, and dropped down on a great catch by New Palestine, number 17, the wideout, Kyler Kropp, the 6', 174-pound sophomore. A lot of youngsters for Kyle Ralph.
Yeah, Krupp's a good player. He's caught some passes and also has rushed the football for him. So he's caught 5 passes for 36 yards and rushed for over 160. Multiple player there, multiple type of action by Krupp.
Grayson Thomas in the backfield. He gets the football, runs to the left. He's at the 50 and he's tripped up. Sound defensive play from the backside by Durnell, number 1 for Greenfield Central. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a touchdown for New Pal.
Good play by the defense there, coming back and making that play, but can't give up 8 yards on the first down. You got to be able to tighten it up here a little bit.
See that Grayson Thomas leads this ball club in rushing touchdowns with 9. It's a very solid number for New Palestine. They've got good balance. 30, 20. And New Pal is on top early in the ball game.
Good play there. We'll wait and see the replay on what type of play it was because it happened on the far side. But, again, I think it showed the speed of Thomas breaking that play. It looks like a little counter back to that way where they pulled a guard and then also had Krupp leading up in through.
Sam Hall, number 83, the defensive end, had a shot at him, but he ran it 47 yards for a touchdown, his 10th on the year. And into attempt the kick, Jackson Haston will do the holding. And number 15, Dallas Freeman, the freshman. The kick, it looks good. He drilled it, and New Pal's up 7-0 here in the first period. They capitalized early out of this ball game defensively.
Yeah, well, I tell you what they did is they made a play on fourth down, stopping Greenfield, and then when they took over, they had a third and long, and they converted. They keep the drive alive. They threw a nice pass out there to Krupp. He broke a tackle, got it to mid by New Pal there. Good start, and I'm sure Coach Ralph's happy about that. And conversely, Greenfield got stuffed on their first ball carrier, first time with the football. And so, again, we'll see what happens here.
Tanksley gets ready to set up and kick this one for the Dragons. Entering this contest tonight. Here's the kick. This time they go to the opposite side to Durnell.
Yeah, they kicked it away from Rowland and ended up in Durnell's hands, and he's the linebacker that made some plays on defense. So a multifaceted kid there in terms of the return. Did a nice job of setting up a sideline return. He kind of smoked the New Pal defender there and then kept going, and great leg drive by that young man.
Rashawn Street at the helm under center. He dropped the football. He makes some hay out of it and driven out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Really nice job by Street recovering, and Bryant Nunley was the guy that pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to happen when you got a backup quarterback playing, and again, headsy play by the young man there. Picking up the football, showed what kind of athletic ability he has by getting to the corner. He's a pretty quick kid here.
Braden Fleener, number 75, is the center. He's flanked by Reese Hill and Larry Bellows up front. Connor Dodson and Jake Skinner are the tackles. We talked about Sam Hall and Trenton Bailey, the two tight end format for Travis Nolting. The fullback, it keeps the quarterback. Oh, he's going to go down the left side. He gets a nice block. Down the left side to 30, 25, 20. Touchdown, Cougars. We almost have a tie ball game. What a great run and a great deceptive play in the backfield by number 4, Rashawn Street for the touchdown.
Great play. They had me. I was like you. They had me. I thought I had the fullback. Again, you got to stop him first, but a great read by that young man, and he pulled it. And, again, it's assignment football, and somebody that's supposed to have the quarterback obviously didn't. Anytime you play option football, you got to have two guys for the fullback, if not more, two guys for the wing backs, two guys for the quarterback, and somewhere along the line that got
Masters in for the extra point to themselves a tie ball game here at Greenfield Central.
I tell you, that type of offense, it evens out a electric type of athlete there in Street at the quarterback position who can make reads and then turn on some juice. He turned that juice on going down the sideline and did a nice job of making a big play. And Greenfield needed that, and just to get their confidence back and get them rolling here offensively.
The Cougars have lost to Plainfield 21-14 and Mount Vernon 42-21. They beat Pendleton Heights 27-20, and they just recently beat Fort Laramie out of Ohio 28-18, so they're 3-2. They're a ball club that runs a lot.
A great job in terms of averaging, like you say, a lot of yards on the ground, not so much with the pass.
Will kick off deep for New Pal is number 22, Isaiah Thacker, who has great speed and an outstanding receiver. Thacker down the middle of the 31-yard line. Really good job by Greenfield Central coming down to make the tackle initially was Dewey Woolsey.
Cougars there making the play.
Up front for New Pal, left tackle Burgess, May left guard, Keel center, Wood right guard, and Moore right tackle. And Burgess, the left tackle, he is an absolute horse, being recruited by a lot of folks. 6'7", 276, plays on the right side. Hockett, the give to the fullback, and a couple yards. He's still going at about the 35-yard line before he's finally brought down. And if Greenfield Central is going to win this football game,
in any football game, if a team can
solid aggressive play defensively for Greenfield coming. Take a look at it.
Yeah, it just went under his legs. It got him into a 3rd and long, and now this is what we call a money down situation. Greenfield Central's got to get off the field here. They got a great opportunity at 3rd and 13.
4-man rush for the Cougars upcoming. Hockett out of the shotgun, bubble screen right side, and
throw a little bubble screen out here. Again, Hockett was off a little bit. I don't know if that one got away from him, but again, looks like the man running the bubble didn't go to the line of scrimmage like Hockett thought he would.
Brady Durnell stands at his 32-yard line as the punt gets away high in the air down the left sideline. Takes a nice Dragons bounce. Wow. 1-yard line. Nice punt by the punter for the New Pal Dragons. All quarterback Hockett, who averaged 36-3, and it'll be first down for the Cougars.
It kind of flipped the field position, didn't it, on that punt. It's especially on turf. You got to have the catch and catch the football on the fly at all costs. Again, young man just felt like he couldn't field the punt, but you got to be able to field the punt to keep it from getting bounces like that.
First down at 10 for Greenfield Central. The football just across the 20s. You look at the Hoosier Heartland Conference standings. Mount Vernon's got off to a great start as the give is to the fullback, number 9, Brad Allen. You saw Mount Vernon play earlier this year as I have. What are your impressions of Vince Leidy?
Well, I think he's doing a great job there, and they had a great win at New Pal. And, again, a game that was pretty tight early, but then Mount Vernon broke it open. But, again, here, Greenfield's attacking them with that fullback. New Pal's playing a 5-man front. They got 3 linebackers and 3 people in the secondary. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're playing this option team.
Again, the quarterback with a fake and finally driven from behind. And gets a nice scare.
The back and also to the pitch.
And short for the Cougars upcoming. Street under center. The give to the fullback off the right side. I don't think he's going to get it. That's Brad Allen. And the first guy to handle him up front again was Wowling number 29 to make the stop for Kyle Ralph's ball club.
Good play by the defense. Had him 3rd and short. And they tried to run the fullback a little bit wider this time than the dive, kind of going to the C gap there between the tackle and the end, and the good job of tried to get that first down.
Punting for Greenfield Central. Guy back for New Pal, and he's standing at about his 44-yard line. And a timeout's called by Travis Nolting. Got to get organized here.
Yeah, got to have enough men on the field, and looked like they were short one. And, again, just got to reorganize and not beat yourself here.
So far for Greenfield Central, they've got to produce first downs. They cannot afford to give the football back to New Pal.
Yeah, especially when it's short yardage. I mean, that should be their forte. It was 3rd and 2 and came up with 1 yard. They got to get that 2 yards. Again, I'm sure the fullback's getting a feel for how it feels to be in a football game, so to speak, and be the man carrying the football, especially on short yardage.
The long snapper for Greenfield Central is number 32, Spencer Johnson. And back to punt is Brady Durnell. And again, as we said, Thacker is standing at about his 43, 44, 45-yard line. He's moving up a couple yards forward. New Pal's coming after this punt. They've got 6, 7 guys in the line of scrimmage. Slow snap. The kick is away. End over end. It's going to hit about the 45-yard line and take a New Pal bounce back to the 50-yard line. And the ball is down there, but New Pal's defense comes to play. They get the football back in Cougar territory.
Yeah, it's all about field position. One punt team kicked it a long distance, and then this punt team didn't do as well. So it flipped the field position and gave New Pal's offense some really good field position here as we get to
Greenfield Central defensively up front. The defensive end on one side, Brad Allen, along with Joey Rowland, Jake Skinner, and Logan Evans. And the linebackers, the 2 leading tacklers, Woolsey, number 30, 32, Spencer Johnson for Travis Nolting and the Cougars. But it's first down for the Dragons at the Greenfield Central 49. Hockett, the quarterback for New Pal, number 11. Damon Hockett in his first year starting at 6'2", 165 pounds. Looks left, throws, caught at the 45-yard line after a couple-yard gain. Durnell comes up and makes his tackle, but, boy, it could have been an earlier loss as a missed hit there in the backfield by one of the corners from Greenfield, and that was number 37, Hudson McGuire.
It's a little bubble screen, again, throwing it out there, making that safety come down and tackle the athlete in space, and that's tough to do.
Hockett keeps himself, breaks a tackle, first down, 40. He holds on to the football at about the 36-yard line, and it was the backside that had to come over. One of the tacklers was a linebacker, Spencer Johnson. That is
where he was reading that end went down for the fullback, and that's all he needed was a little bit to get to the outside, and missed the tackle and set it up first down.
The give to the left side, and outside defended really nicely by Greenfield Central. Coming around the backside was Kyler Krupp, number 17. The 6'4", 174-pounder had a nice catch earlier. This time only a couple-yard gain as Greenfield Central did a good job.
Grayson there, besides Thomas, which is smart on Ralph's part.
Hockett has 260 yards rushing, but this time he throws the ball down the middle of the guy who just handled the football, Krupp. And he runs, he catches, and he gets himself a first down. First down, New Pal. Good.
And Pal's on the move again.
They have a very big offensive line. Number 70, Ian Moore on the right side, 6'5", 294. There's a run on the left side to the 30, inside the 20, make it down to the 17. And that was Nunley, who plays on both sides of the football, and Woolsey comes up and makes the tackle. After a positive gain for New Pal, it'll be 3rd and short.
That's Blaine Nunley. I think there's a couple of them on there, and he's the 5'10", 166-pound junior. He's had over 180 yards already this year.
Hockett, 2 steps, looks down to the left. He's going to take it himself. 10-5, touchdown. Hockett with a 17-yard touchdown run. I'm not quite sure if that was designed to be a quarterback draw, but he saw a field.
Yeah, I think the second part is correct. The seas kind of parted there, so to speak, and again, they had one man in the middle, kind of blitzed the backers there. Nice pickup by Thomas, and he had one man to beat there, and they did a nice job of juking him and running it into the end zone. But I think they were in man coverage.
Extra point kick. It is no good. He hooked it to the left, so the score remains 19-7. But I tell you, New Pal can score quickly.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job on offense. And, again, Greenfield's got to do one of two things, either control the ball a little bit more or tighten up that defense, because New Pal won't call them off. They're moving the football tonight.
New Pal on top, 19-7. And I think when you get to the sixth game, now your team has been put together. Your coach's staff knows what you're capable of. Things are running more smoothly. There's better communication. This is the time to start winning as you head into the tournament.
Yeah, and it's the kids realize too what it takes to win. I'll tell you, I'm not always amazed here at high school football. They can see what they're what's going on right there on the sideline, and that's kind of an interesting play there. But they can watch and see where mistakes are made and correct mistakes right on the sideline.
That's huddle technology at its best. In fact, the camera is right above our broadcast point of view, and in real time, the coaching staff and the players can see the action on the field, and now they can replay it and run it back and review it. It's an outstanding tool, as is now Microsoft Surface. You can use that as well.
Right.
The kick taken at the 10, 15, 20. He gets away. He's got some space, got a blocker, 30, and out of bounds, and that's a nice kick return by Durnell.
Yep, Brady Donnell, 6 foot, 185-pound senior who's got some juice. They got a couple kids on this Greenfield Central team that has some speed, so hopefully they can break a loose here and move the football. But I think they're more concerned now about just getting a couple first downs to get back in sync offensively.
Ball the 35-yard line after a 25-yard kick return by number 1, Brady Durnell. Rashawn Street. Out of the wishbone, and the give, he's going to keep it himself. Flag is thrown. There he's going to go. I'm afraid it's going to be called back. There looks to be a hold. He's at the 20, 10. He's going to score, I believe, but this one is coming all the way back. There was a hold at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they got the young man there. This official called it on the sideline here. Unfortunately for Greenfield Central, I was watching the backfield action, and again pulled out the nice fake, but you can see he grabbed 24 right there and kind of wrestled him to the ground. I think that was a pretty obvious hold, but again, unfortunately for Greenfield, because that's a big play that they need.
Sam Hall, the tight end on that near side, is flagged. And great effort by Hall, but he did tackle the defender at the very end, and the flag was thrown.
But I'll tell you what, that quarterback's got some juice now.
He does.
I mean, he gets loose. He outran a couple people there again, so nice job by Street of pulling the football and getting down the sideline like he did earlier in the football game.
Rashawn Street out of the wishbone. The give to the fullback. Again, a lot of running attempts now by that fullback number 9, Brad Allen.
Really hampers the offense here when you get 1st and 20. That's not a good thing for the type of offense that Greenfield Central has. So they need another big play here to get it to 3rd and manageable on 2nd and 16.
Brad Allen, the backup fullback, just a freshman, had 12 carries for 39 yards coming into today's game. Street, the 33, and a nice play defensively. Really nice play by New Palestine, number 29. Gus Whaling again coming up and making the tackle. He's been all over the place.
Good scrape. As a backer, they took care of the fullback with the down guys. Quarterback pulled it, and the linebacker did a nice job of scraping over the top. And Whaling, who's got 20 solos coming into the game, did a great job. End of the first quarter here.
With that, it's 19-7, New Pal after one. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on 9-Star TV.
My name is Patty Potty, and I'd like to talk to you about all those kinds of convenience products. People are flushing down the toilet, clogging up our sewer system, and causing expensive repair bills. They might flush down, but they sure don't flush out. Make sure you trash them. Don't flush them, only flush the 3 P's. Pee, poo, and paper. Toilet paper, that is. And remember, no wipes in those pipes.
This important message was brought to you by 9-Star Connect, your water and sewer provider.
Back at Greenfield High School, we get a little chuckle because the scoreboard had 19-7, and I thought it was 19-7. For a minute there, I thought, well, how could New Pal score? But I knew they scored quickly. But no, it is actually 13-7.
It's a great football game. Let's move on. Yeah.
13-7. So for Greenfield Central, offensively, if they can get some things going, and this is going to be a big 3rd and long, they can make this a really good ball game as it is right now. It's just a 1-score differential.
Big down here, 3rd and long. Let's see if they can convert. They broke the bone, and what that means is they came out with 2 wide receivers there with a slot, so we'll see if it's a passing formation.
Street drops the ball, comes up with it, gets a big rush by Radabush, number 5, gets away, throws downfield. Is this picked off? I believe it is picked off at about the New Pal 42-yard line. It was number 3, Maddox Johnson. He came up with a big pick for Kyle Ralph and the Dragons.
Nice play by Johnson, keeping his body in bounds before he made the interception. But again, Street just trying to make a play here. Probably should have just ate the football, but good coverage by the New Pal defenders and a great interception by Johnson. That was a nice play on the sideline there.
And Coach Bart, what's really making it difficult, I think, for Greenfield Central's offensive line is Luke Burgess, who plays both ways at 6'7", 276. He's taking up 2 blockers, and that allowed Ian Raudabush, number 5 at 6 foot 195, to put a lot of heat on Street.
Yeah, well, he dropped the ball too to start with, and that didn't help things. So that's 2 fumbled snaps that they got to get cleaned up.
Hockett to Thomas, 45, near the 50, almost a first down. Solid running over the left side. Johnson was the guy that made the stop.
Nice play there by the Dragons, and again, just a straight ahead play, and again, just kind of a inside zone play, and Thomas made a good cut and gained 8 yards.
Grayson Thomas coming in today's game now has 10 touchdowns, had over 600 yards rushing at 639. This one off the left side. This is going to move the chains, a first down.
Well, they're just leaning on them and using their size up front to wash out some of the defenders for Greenfield, who's smaller along the line up front. And again, smart play by the New Pal in terms of leaning on them and using that big front.
Right guard Thomas Wood, 6'2", 272. Peter May, 5'10", 231. Trey Keel, 6'1", 285. But there is a sack on the play by Greenfield Central. Outstanding Logan Evans, the senior, number 56. He's 6'1", 280. Evans with the sack. That's the 13th sack of the season for the Cougars.
Great play by Evans there. Nice play. Not quite sure what New Pal was doing. They pulled the guard the opposite way, but didn't have a chance before Evans got in there.
2nd and long for Hockett. 3 receivers right. Here's a blitz down the middle. They picked it up pretty well, but throws down the middle, and Durnell did a nice job knocking that ball away, number 1 on defense.
Very nice play by the defensive player there. Again, nice play, had him well covered, and got his arm in there and knocked it down. Nice defensive play by Durnell.
And who is Hockett looking for? Well, he's looking for number 17, Krupp.
that seems to be his guy, the inside of the 3 receivers.
3rd and long for the Dragons. Big play upcoming for Greenfield's defense. Hockett rolls right, looks downfield, and this one is caught. 30, 25, 20. Gets away from a tackler and finally brought down. That will be a first down on a huge pitch and catch for New Pal. Blaine Nunley, number 12, the receiver, and that's a huge first down pass from Hockett.
Yeah, they rolled out there to buy the quarterback some time, and Nunley made a nice read, zipped it in there. Again, the Greenfield Central guy went for the knockdown and missed. Didn't catch his number, but he missed the knockdown, and Nunley made a nice catch and run with it after securing the football.
7, Kirk Connect was the last guy to bring down the ball carrier. Connect, just a sophomore, very young. Hockett behind the line of scrimmage gives to Thomas, and the Greenfield Central defense comes attacking, and that's number 10, Joey Rowland.
Doing a good job on 1st and 2nd down. They get him to 3rd and long, and then they can't get off the field. And again, that's twice now on some long drives here where Greenfield had a chance to get off the field and just didn't do it.
It'll be 2nd and long for New Pal. Inside the red zone. Hockett, the lone back, is Grayson Thomas, number 4. Hockett looks to his left, caught, down to the goal line. Great catch there by number 12, Blaine Nunley. And they'll mark the football at about the 1-yard line. New Pal's been clicking, both running the football and throwing. They're really keeping Greenfield off balance.
Did a good job there in the play action. I think that was Thacker, Isaiah Thacker.
There it is.
Their number 22 making the catch on the slant in, kind of a cross pattern. Looked like they were in some type of man coverage. And Thacker's a great athlete, so they have to be aware of where he is all the time on the football field.
He's number 22. That's his 13th catch of the year. He has 1 touchdown. Here's the give to the right side, and that is a touchdown. Wow, what a nice run there by Grayson Thomas.
Again, just that offensive line kind of controlling the front up there and leaning on their smaller Greenfield Central defenders. But, again, big plays here. Tough to overcome a big play, I'll tell you that. And, again, good play on a little bit of a inside zone and made a nice cut and got it in. Going for 2 here.
And now it's 19-7.
Yeah.
Hockett. 2 backs in the backfield. Nunley in motion. The give to Thomas off the left side. He's in. 2 points. New Pal. He beats the defense to the goal line, and it's 21-7.
55 left to go in the first half. New Pal now leads 21-7.
Well, hopefully Greenfield Central can get something going here with this kick return and get some good field position and move the ball here a little bit. They had a touchdown called back because of a penalty, and it was a penalty. But, again, Street is a guy that can make some plays now, so we just got to hang in there, and hopefully he can make some plays for Greenfield Central. And again, New Pal, though, is really taking control of this football game since the opening drive there by Greenfield Central.
One of the things that's been evident here in the latter part of the first period, the second period, is New Pal's offensive line has really taken over.
Yeah, they're leaning on them pretty good, and they're big up front, and again, taking advantage of their weight and making some holes for Thomas. But again, their big plays for a lot of the time have been the pass. Where Krupp or another wide out there, Nunley has made a play in terms of the pass catcher.
New Pal will kick from its own 40. There's an onside kick. Ball around and finally picked up, fortunately, by Greenfield Central at about the 43-yard line. Wow, that could have gone and been disastrous for the Cougars. It was number 13, Will DeJarnett, recovers the football, the junior, number 13.
On the positive end, it's a great field position. So, again, they got the football. It's like a great return. They got the ball at the 42, and they have to do something here. So, again, great field position for the Cougars and let's see what they can do with the football.
Rashawn Street, wishbone offense for Coach Nolting's club. Street keeps 50. Great job of running the football, Rashawn Street. And finally taken down in the backfield by number 6, Baylor Hurst, the 5'10 junior. And that is just short of a first down, about 8 yards, maybe 9.
Nice play, nice read by Street. Pulled it, got it to 2nd and 1. He's got to be consistent here and run their offense.
The give to the fullback, Allen, and that's not enough for a first down. That's maybe a half yard.
Another big 3rd and short, so got to convert here. Got to take advantage of the field position that was presented to them by the fake onside kick, or the onside kick that they recovered.
Ian Raudebush, number 5, very aggressive defensively for Coach Ralph's Dragons. Street off the left side. Did he make it, Coach Bart? I don't know.
I think he did as a quarterback sneak, and I think he got a little help from the fullback on the push. But, the good job by the interior of that offensive line by Greenfield Central. And you can see they got a little bit of a push there and got enough for the first down. 1st and 10.
Okay, good job for the Cougars now. That's a first down from the New Pal 47-yard line. Out of the wishbone, Rashawn Street. To the fullback, he's showing some strength across the 45 into the 43-yard line. Really nice job there by Allen driving tacklers there. Great job by the youngster, Brad Allen, the junior.
Yeah, good job. I mean, it's like a heavyweight fight. They just keep pounding away at the interior, and hopefully that fullback can break one of these.
Street, another give. This one close to a first down. They're running well. Again, that was Allen. This time for New Pal, number 2, A.J. Ryerson was the tackler. He's a junior, 5'10", 186. As long as Travis Nolting's ball club can keep those chains moving, they'll be in great shape.
Yep, another 3rd and short. Got to convert here. They'll probably go to the sneak again, I would imagine.
And they do. Street gets the push from behind from Allen. He's down inside, it looks like, the 35-yard line. That's a couple yards.
Yep, and that's all they need. It was a 3rd and 1 and something that they weren't able to do earlier in the game, but now they seem to have found their short yardage by just taking the quarterback right up the gut in there and getting the first down.
Ryerson, Thacker, Nunley, and Hurst. 5 guys up front for New Pal defensively. This is Street. Trips, almost got some positive yardage there. That's number 10, Joey Rowland. A different look for Greenfield.
Yep, they ran the option there, and again, Street saw something where the fullback was taken by the down guy here, and then he's, gave it to the tailback, Rowland, and he picked up some needed yardage.
Street keeps it himself inside the 20 and pulled back defensively. Baylor Hurst, number 6, again one of the tacklers for New Pal. Baylor Hurst, number 6, came into the ball game with 18 stops. 3rd and long now.
Good play there. Heads up play. Street pulled this one. Again, good play by the New Pal defense of taking care of business and being responsible for their men. Doing their assignment football when you defend the option. Big 3rd down here.
Little flex offense. Here's a toss sweep. Right side. Turns the corner. Couldn't find it. Number 2 for Greenfield, Braden Harrell was the ball carrier. And Nunley did a really nice job of running him out of bounds. Braden Harrell came into the game rushing 291 yards this season. I think that's his first carry.
Yeah. Did a good job. I tell you, it looks like he's got some juice, so that's why they tried to flip it to him. Here they go for it on 4th and 3. Big down for Greenfield Central. Try to get this game back to a 1 score.
Rashawn Street. Motion man, the give. Street carries. Street gets it to about the 23-yard line. That's going to be maybe a first down. Yes. Great job.
Great read by Street. Again, went to the flex bone, so to speak, where they got some 2 wideouts and 2 wings, faked it to the fullback, saw an opening there, and hit it up in there. And Street's a good athlete, boy, and he's a tough guy. He's getting hit a lot and making some yards.
The give to Allen. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 20s inside the 19-yard line. Outstanding job by Allen. He's finally wrestled down by Baylor Hurst. Greenfield is battling and running the football well tonight.
They seem to find a different formation here where they got a little bit of flex there in terms of the bone. Now they're back to their 2 tight end look, but the previous 2 plays they went to the flex bone and ran it pretty well.
Second and about 5. The give to the right side, and he's dropped for about the 18-yard line. Good job by Newpal coming up and playing solid defense. Roudabush, number 5, was one of the first tacklers for the Dragons.
Good play by the Newpal defense there. They stiffened up and took care of the fullback and didn't give him much. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here. Big down here. They got to get it to where it's 4th and manageable.
Owen Anderson has 4 carries, 12 yards, number 23 for Greenfield. As you take a look at him, he has 2 touchdowns. He has potential to make some things happen, the youngster. Here's a timeout.
Yeah, Greenfield Central coach took a timeout there. He want to talk things over. He knows how important this next down, potentially the next 2 downs. I don't know what kind of length their kicker has, but they need to score 7. And I think that's very important here at the end of the second quarter to get 7 points, to get back into this football game and, give them some juice here to going into halftime.
Coach Bard on the 9-Star Film scoreboard. Newpal 21, Greenfield Central 7. And it's going to be 3rd, maybe 5, maybe 6 yards to go. You never know. Street can throw the football, and that could cause some pressure on this Dragons defense.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate with this offense. I mean, I know Street will have that ball in his hand one way or the other. I think, if they want to sprint him out, they're going to have to roll him to his left, which doesn't usually roll right correctly for a right-hand thrower, but it's a lot tougher. But here's a little different formation. Looks like unbalanced line here to the left.
This is Harrell in motion. The give is to the fullback. He's down about the 15-yard line, short of the first down. And that was Brad Allen once again. He's been the workhorse.
They went unbalanced there, which is another new formation for them. They kept 2 offensive linemen on the right side and brought the other tackle over on the other side and kind of stockpiled them there. And now it's 4th and 2, and again, they're trying to get the plays called in here for that formation. I think they're going to stay in the unbalanced look. They know, Coach Nolding knows this is a very, very important foot down for their team.
Right tackle 52 defensively for Newpal. It's just a freshman, Michael Thacker, but he was in on the play there. Here's Allen. Pitch, fumbled on the ground, recovered. Recovered by Greenfield Central. Braden Harrell fell on the football at the 21-yard line on 4th down. And unfortunately for the Cougars, they'll turn the football over.
That play was doomed from the start. There's a lot of penetration on the left side of the offensive line where they stuffed the fullback, and Street was trying to pull it, and then he was just trying to make a play there at the end to get a first down. So good drive by the Cougars. Just came up a little bit short there on 4th and 2 and turned the ball over. Now I think it's very important that they stop Newpal on this drive.
No doubt about it. They're down by 14. Defensively, the guy that got in the backfield, once again, number 29, Gus Whaling. He's having a tremendous game for Newpal. Hockett out of the shotgun. Looks to his right. Caught by Isaiah Thacker, and he gets about 6 yards before he's finally brought down. He is a outstanding receiver. Isaiah Thacker, 6 foot, 172 pounds. His 14th reception of the season.
Yeah, he's got some juice. He's their big play guy. I've seen Isaiah do some damage earlier in the season. He's got some speed and makes some big plays for that offense.
Hockett, the give to the right side, 25-yard line, and he's finally dropped. Nice defensive play by Dewey Woolsey, number 30. There is a flag as Grayson Thomas didn't have much room.
They got a hold on New Pal here, which helps the Cougars immensely here. And, again, it'll be interesting to see if Greenfield Central's got one timeout. I was thinking whether they can use their timeouts to get the ball back. But, again, it'll be second and long now with the mark off and a chance for the Cougars here to make a stand before halftime.
Football all the way inside the 20 to about the 16.
There's a hold call, yep, inside.
Second and long. Hockett looks for a call from the sideline. Damon Hockett, the junior, gets a snap, looks downfield, throws deep, has a receiver. Thacker, got him, 50-yard line. Great catch by Isaiah Thacker, and the defender for Greenfield Central was Owen Anderson.
Great play. They ran a post route. They sent the other three receivers to the right, away from the middle of the field, and ran Thacker on a deep post, and he beat the defender. Nice throw and catch there from Hockett to Thacker.
Hockett, actually a senior. I mentioned he's a junior. That is a 33-yard pass play and a first down for New Pal. Ball at the 50-yard line. Hockett, they give to the running back, 30. He's got himself a first down, and Grayson Thomas ran off the left side. And the clock is running at about 1:35. They'll stop it to move the chains, but boy, that New Pal offense is cranking the yardage.
They did a nice job there up front again, opening a nice hole for Hockett. He made a little stutter step prior to hitting the hole and busted up in through there. A lot of time on the clock here for the Dragons, so they got to be in a hurry, but not to the point where they're making errors.
Hockett has a blitz on the near side, picked up by Thomas. He runs out of traffic and dropped at the 35-yard line, and I think they're going to call timeout. Smart move by New Pals. They want to conserve clock with 1:07 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, good play. Again, good play by Greenfield Central's defense. I thought coming after the quarterback there and playing man coverage. He had nobody to throw to. That's the good thing, and everybody was covered. Put a little pressure on him, and yet at the same time they were able to corral Hockett here this time. I remember the last time they did that, he ran for about a 17-yard touchdown earlier in the quarter.
Trey Keel, number 65 for New Pal, doing a nice job blocking for his quarterback. He's a junior at 6'1", 285. New Pal does a great job in the weight room, as I mentioned. Kyle Ralph in his 9th year, he's 98.9. This ball club does not like to lose, and frankly, neither does Greenfield Central. And I asked Travis Nolting via email, you're 3-2, are you satisfied? He said, no, I'm not satisfied. He also said, we're swimming. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to work our process, implement our system, and try to make things happen, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, he just called a timeout here after New Pal did, just to get organized. He had one left. Want to make sure that he tries to get a stop. I mentioned this a couple times here on this drive, how important it is for Greenfield Central to get off the field and get into the locker room at 21-7 at all costs. They got to help themselves here in terms of defense and making a play. Somebody's got to step up and make a big play for the Cougar defense.
Coach Bart, we've had 80, 90-degree weather most of the year. All of a sudden, it's starting to break. It's a little cool outside.
Oh, it's a great night for football. I mean, this is what you live for Friday night in terms of the sunshine, and almost has gone down, and stars are out, and it's cool, and it's nothing like it. Here we go.
21-7, New Pal on top of Greenfield Central. 1:07 to go here in the second period. Hockett looks downfield, gets some pressure, throws, and he missed his man. But nice defense there on the backside again. It was number 23 for Greenfield Central, Owen Anderson in coverage.
Yeah, they're playing a little combination coverage there, a little different look for the defensive backs, and that's through a little bit of confusion. And, again, good job by all the blue shirts there of staying with their men. So,
haven't mentioned his name, but 64, Porter May. Nice job blocking up front for Kyle Ralph's Dragons. 5'10", 230-pounder. This is Hockett looking back. Got a blitz. Oh, and a great job by Durnell. Upending Grayson Thomas out of the backfield for a loss. Great play defensively by the Cougars.
Big play for that defense. Got them in 4th and long here. And again, looks like New Pal's going to take a timeout and talk it over whether they're going to go for it or punt the ball down there. Knowing Ralph, I'd say he's going to go for it. I just think that he feels pretty confident that not that he can pick it up, but that he can protect well enough, and that their defense is playing pretty well, and so he feels pretty confident there that he can pick this thing up. But Hockett tried to throw it to the swing guy there, Thomas, who's a good guy to have with the ball in his hand in the open field. But give credit to Greenfield Central's kid coming up and making a play.
And I like the fact that the kids are really battling the trenches right now. Number 70, Ian Moore, 6'5", 294, a sophomore. Right tackle for New Pal, just really in a dogfight on the right side. And give credit to both the defensive line for Greenfield Central and that offensive line for New Pal. They are really battling it out tonight. It's a good Hoosier Heartland Conference football game.
Well, most games are handled up front, no doubt about it, both ways. Who handles the line of scrimmage? That's the how most of them are won, that's for sure. So
defensively, the guy that's been battling on that left side or right side of the Greenfield defense is number 54, Connor Dotson, a sophomore, 6'3", 213. This young man, number 54, he's got a lot of upside. And here comes New Pal. 41 seconds remain in the second period. 4th and 15. Hockett looking at a 4-man front. There's a blitz down the middle. Hockett gets away. He rolls to his right, looks downfield, crosses the line of scrimmage. And he's really close. I don't know if he got it, but a nice run by Damian Hockett, scrambling for his life.
Great job by the quarterback there. He might have came up a half a yard short. It's on the far side of the field, and the teams are around the football. Really can't see, but it looks like it might be a half a yard short. Looks like they're going to measure, though, doesn't it? Oh, my gosh.
And Kyle Ralph, the New Pal head coach, was down at the chains. He's saying, come on, please, measure. Look, we got a first down. Again, that battle on the right side between number 70 for New Pal, the right tackle, Ian Moore, and number 54, Connor Dotson. And it is the Hoosier Heritage Conference. A battle here tonight between these two ball clubs. And here's the measurement. Boy, they just missed it, and Greenfield Central has taken over. And I have to apologize because I said Hoosier Heartland. Even at the beginning of this broadcast, it's the Hoosier Heritage Conference.
Yeah.
I'll be responsible for anything I say, but let me tell you something. These kids are doing a fantastic job tonight.
Bottom line is both teams are playing their heart out. And, again, like I said, that was a big stop for Greenfield Central in this football game. Hopefully they get back in the locker room, and I'm sure they will, and regroup and come back and have a great second half. But if they were to allow New Pal another score there, that would have been tough to come back. But 2 scores down, they can make it happen, especially with that quarterback as elusive and as electric as he is.
And Rashawn Street, as you mentioned, that quarterback takes a knee. And we're going to go to halftime here as the clock continues to run under 25 seconds. I suppose that will be the last play of the half. as Greenfield Central begins to walk this one off, and it is. And at halftime, the Dragons on top in a really good football game. New Pal 21, Greenfield Central 7. You're watching high school football on 9 Star TV.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9 Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
We are back at Greenfield Central High School. And you know, Coach Bart, when I set up the broadcast, I said this was a Hoosier Heartland contest. No, it's not. It's Hoosier Heritage Conference. And the Hoosier Heritage Conference has two great coaches. One, Travis Nolting for the Greenfield Central Cougars, and Kyle Ralph for New Pal. And tonight, Kyle Ralph's ball club's on top 21-7, but Greenfield is battling.
Without a doubt. And, hey, no problem. You're an old Lafayette guy. This year, your old roots came out a little bit. But here's some highlights from the first half. There's Grayson taking it in there for New Pal on a short inside zone for New Pal. He's had a great half and very good football player.
And the quarterback, number 11, Hocking, he's been really good. Hockett, Damon Hockett, 6'2", 165, and that's a nice reception there.
Isaiah Thacker, again, deep threat, guy that that was a nice play by them, clearing out the middle and letting him run a post route.
Again, Hockett.
It's a touchdown run where they're playing man coverage, so a lot of backs to the quarterback, and he made one man miss and got it in the end zone.
In this series, New Pal's won 13 consecutive, but here's a way that you can win the football game.
Yeah, without a doubt. You got a very explosive player in Mr. Street there, and he can move the football, that's for sure. Rashawn's done a nice job of filling in at quarterback for the injured Brody Mayberry, and all hats off to him so far. He's hung in there and kept them close and made some exciting runs for the Cougars.
And though they're down 21-7, if you failed to see the first half, Rashawn Street had a touchdown run called back after a Cougar hold. Greenfield Central will kick off to start the third period in this, the Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup between these two schools. 17, Logan Masters getting set to kick off. Thacker is the deep back for the Dragons. Short kick, they do not want to kick to him. Taken on the near side and knocked out of bounds at about the 33-yard line after a short return there by the Dragons' Grayson Thomas. He does it all. He's a running back, and he also is a kick returner.
Very good athlete, guy that they like the football in his hands, that's for sure. And they're smart. The guy can make plays, both rushing the football and also on pass receptions.
Again for the Dragons up front, the big guy Burgess, 76 at left tackle, May at left guard, Keel the center, 65, Wood the right guard, 55, and Moore the bookend right tackle, number 70. As you see, Damon at quarterback, Hockett back to pass, looks downfield to the right side, and overthrows the receiver. And on the defense there for Greenfield Central, number 21, Jacob Hinton, 6'3", 370-pound sophomore, and the intended receiver was Blaine Nunley, number 12.
Yeah, ran a little out and up there with the receiver, and he might have got away with a little hold there, but again, good play. No harm, no foul, as they say. Next down, second and long.
Damon Hockett. Here's a blitz down the middle. Johnson, Hockett carries. Gets a block by Thacker in the open field, 50, 40. Look at that speed, 30, 20, 10. Oh, he got him from behind, and a great effort there by Greenfield Central. From the backside, number 7, Kirk Connect, the sophomore, got him just outside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Hockett really showed some explosion there. Again, broke open to the outside, ran a little read play where the end crashed down, and Hockett took off, got a nice block by Thacker out there, and made a big play for the Dragons.
61-yard run for Hockett, the Dragons quarterback, and an offsides to start this drive. It'll be 1st and 5 for New Pal, just outside the 10.
Yeah, they changed up the count a little bit and drew the Cougar defensive line offside.
Hockett. The give, number 4, left side. And that running back into the end zone. And Grayson Thomas has another touchdown, number 4. Grayson Thomas is really slick as he gets to the outside.
It looked like it was an inside zone, and he just broke it off outside. Again, good job by the offensive line of New Pal securing the edge as well as the inside and letting Thomas use his great speed. Good block there on the outside by number 76, Burgess, and he sprung Thomas for the touchdown. That didn't take long, did it?
It didn't, and that's the second touchdown for Thomas as the extra point is attempted, and this one is good. So, New Palestine 28 and Greenfield Central 7 early on in the third period, and there is just 11:13 to go.
Yeah, big plays. I tell you what, they've been a big part of this football game both ways. Again, Greenfield Central's defense has got to come up with some ways to stop New Pal from creating big plays.
You mentioned Burgess. He had his hands all over Owen Anderson, number 23, the junior, 5'11", 173 pounds. And we talked about Burgess being recruited by a lot of Division I programs across the country. Luke Burgess, 6'7", 276. What a mismatch there on the left side.
Yeah, he's only a junior, and so he's got his, some best football ahead of him, obviously, but he's done enough to impress people throughout the summer in terms of he has some offers, and he's just in the decisions phase of his life in terms of where he's going to go, and I'm sure he's going to sit down here this next summer and make a decision of what school fits him both athletically and academically.
And Brandon Tanksley will kick off for New Pal. His ball club on top, 28-7 here in the third period. Greenfield Central desperately needs to get into good field position here and get some more points on the board. The kick down to about the 10. It's taken by number 7, Connect. Down the right side, he found a hole. There's a flag on the play. This may be coming back. And he's finally dropped at about the 31-yard line of New Pal. But Coach Bart, there is a flag thrown way down the far side around the 10-yard line.
And any time it's thrown behind the kickoff return team, that usually indicates holding, and that's what it is. So it's going to negate the great comeback and great return by Greenfield Central. I think that's two big plays now that they've had come back because of a hold call.
Connect, Durnell, and Rowland, all three of them have had great kickoff returns, and each one of them seems to be down the right sideline. As you see Connect just turn it on.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where the hold was, and I missed it, whether it was out of bounds there or not. But what a great run and great right side on the kickoff return for big yardage.
Boy, they are marking the football. Look at that, all the way back to the 11-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Greenfield Central Cougars.
Costly penalty.
Rashawn Street out of the wishbone. Street, second back, about 6 or 7 yards. That looked like Connect with the football, number 7. Nope, that's number 10. That's Harrell. Braden Harrell was the running back.
Good play there. They faked it to the fullback and hit the tailback on the lead play, coming back to the left side, and good blocking up front. Good gain there, about 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Harrell nearly 300 yards rushing this season before tonight's ball game. And the give again to the fullback off the right side. No, he keeps it. Boy, fooled me. Great job with Rashawn Street.
It was the same plays before there, Mike. They faked it to the fullback. And again, it's very difficult to see. But
and there it is.
And then they gave
now I can see it.
Then they gave it to the tailback, and again, it seems to be working. They ran that play twice in a row and gained big yardage. So hats off to them. I'm sure New Pal will make an adjustment here.
Braden Harrell was the ball carrier. Bryant Nunley. And again, Harrell carries the football. And again, Bryant Nunley, number 8, tracks him down, the junior, after maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Same play. Again, faking to the fullback and leading up with the left back and the giving the ball to the right back, hitting it up in there and gaining some good yards on first down.
2nd and 5 for Greenfield Central, trailing in this ball game. Street carries it himself. This is Street. Down he goes about the 32-yard line. Off the left end there, 12 for New Pal. Blaine Nunley, the tackler.
I think he came a little bit short. I think it's going to be a third and a yard or less. And again, good play by Street, faking the handoff and following his blocker up in through there and almost getting this first down. Big down here for the Cougars.
Maddox Johnson, I believe, actually was a tackler, number 3 for New Pal. Short, Allen, and boy, New Pal did a great job of just closing that hole quickly.
Yeah, you know, in the first half they ran a couple of quarterback sneaks on those short yardages and had success. I'm surprised they didn't go back to it, but looks like they came up short, but also it looks like they're going to go for it.
Ian Moore did a great job filling the hole, number 70, 6'5", 294. A lot of size up front for New Pal in tonight's ball game as officials want a timeout. One of the defenders is a freshman for New Pal, Michael Thacker, number 52. As you see him over the football there, he's 6'4", 242.
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
Unbelievable. And talking to Kyle Ralph before the game, he had high thoughts and words of praise for Michael. Leads them in tackles for loss. And the last game I did, he was absent in the Mount Vernon game, and I don't know if that would have made a big difference, but it made some difference. The guy is a good football player, and obviously he was missed. Going to come up short about half a yard here, about the length of a football. And so it's fourth down, and I think Coach Nolding's going to go for it. I think he was going to try that sneak again.
Yep,
maybe.
You got to go. You got to go for it. They're down 28-7 in this ball game. New Pal's defense holding tight. Not only that sneak work, but sometimes in this ball game, when they get the football to the outside, they can make some things happen. Rashawn Street over center. Defense, 5 down linemen. Street, right side. Raudebush got in quickly, number 5, but boy, Street had a nice push.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they didn't run that the first time. Again, they had success with it in the first half, but big play for the Cougars there, maintaining the football and, calming everybody down here a little bit. They need a football. They need a good drive here to get a score and get back into this football game. First
down. Good job of attacking the line of scrimmage by that offensive line and pushing. 75 is a center for Greenfield. Braden Fleener, 6'1", 290. Rashawn Street. He keeps it himself. He's got some room and finally dragged down by New Pal's defense, number 12, Blaine Nunley. About an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, Street's explosive, isn't he? He comes around that corner in a hurry when he pulls that football. And, again, you could see where he could make a short gain into a long one in a very, very quick manner here.
2 tight ends for Greenfield Central, Sam Hall, 83. 82, Trenton Bailey. Rashawn Street. Anderson in motion, back to pass, getting a rush. Bob Thacker, the freshman, and he got him. The youngster got him from behind, number 52, Michael Thacker with the sack.
That was a good call, I thought, offensively. That second and short, and had a chance to make a big play on a pass play. They haven't thrown a lot. Tried to roll out and get some time to throw the football, and Thacker just beat his man and came across and made a great play. That kid's only a freshman, and he's going to be something to watch here in the years to come.
Third down for Greenfield Central. About 8. As you see, 7. Street gives to the fullback, maybe 3 or 4 down the middle, and a host of New Pal tacklers, including the youngster Thacker again under the pile.
Yeah, he's responsible for the fullback, and he's been doing a good job of that for the most part, keeping that fullback bottled up. I don't remember the fullback busting up for more than 5-6 yards, but again, another fourth down play here, but it's 4th and 4 now, a little bit tougher in terms of the Greenfield offense in terms of getting the first down.
New Pal's defense is really stacking the line of scrimmage now. Street keeps, pitches back. Anderson, and he's absolutely hammered there by Maddox Johnson. Maddox Johnson came up with a big play.
Big down by great job of taking care of the fullback. The next guy had the quarterback, and the third guy had the player. So very well defensed by New Pal. Thought they did a great job of playing assignment football here. You can see Thacker almost got the quarterback himself, but the defensive guy sat and played cat and mouse a little bit with the quarterback and made him pitch, and the defensive back there or linebacker scraped and made the tackle on the pitch player for the stop.
Great effort by Maddox Johnson, giving the Dragons the football in Greenfield territory. Hockett the give to Thomas, left side, and he's got a couple yards.
Same play they ran on the touchdown, and Greenfield Central did a better job of scraping and making a play there when he tried to bust it outside. Again, inside zone and trying to bust it out over the left side over Burgess.
Battling in the middle for Greenfield Central and Coach Nolting's ball club, 66, Jacob Skinner. Number 66, 6'1", 219 pounds. Second and long upcoming for the Dragons.
Playing a little bit different defensive set here. They're a three-man front now where they've been four-man most of the day.
Hockett looked for Thacker, couldn't find him, rolls to the right side, gets a block, and down close to the first down marker. Force that defense to come up and make the stop, and the first guy to get him is Brady Durnell.
Now, they've been a four-man front playing a little bit of man coverage, a little quarter coverage, and now they went to a three-man front in a passing down to try to get a little better coverage playing zone versus man, and they caused Thacker to run the ball, Hackett to run the ball, and again, got him in third and short.
Grayson Thomas behind Hockett. Thomas left side, comes back the opposite way. Durnell knocks him down, and he's got himself a first down.
Good play by Thomas there. Had a tackler in the hole, and he stuck his foot in the ground and got it north and south there, and did a great job.
Durnell was helped out by Josh Van Osdale, number 12, a senior, 5'8", 157 pounds. But as Coach Bart said, not before the Dragons get themselves a first down at the Cougars' 27-yard line here in the third quarter as the Dragons look to close this ball game out. Thomas, 25, down to the 20-yard line, and they're getting the edge now late in the third quarter. That's Grayson Thomas.
They went to a 2-by-2 set with two wides on both sides, went a little toss play to the outside, and Thomas got the corner again and picked up about a good 6 yards plus to make it second and manageable here for the Dragons.
Hockett with Thomas in the backfield against that three-man front. This is Thomas, left side, 15, down about the 10. And Allen also plays that fullback slot, makes the tackle, and he looks to stay in the ball game there, and that is a first down.
Again, inside zone, and Thomas just broke it off to the outside and got the first down. Good look at it here. You can see him hit it up in there, and there's nobody on the edge for Greenfield Central till the lineman can get off Burgess' block, but by then Thomas has picked up the first down.
Hockett, Graydon Thomas, right side, breaks one tackle and finally dropped down. Again, coming up to make this tackle is Brady Durnell. Brady Durnell, number 1, as you see him, has made tackle after tackle after tackle.
Doing a great job on defense and playing his tail off. And, again, a good football player. Just up front, New Pal's kind of showing their will or imposing their will on the D-line of Greenfield Central here in the third quarter.
Second and 5, and they're running at a tempo right now. They're really moving the football and feeling good about themselves. Quarterback, Hockett keeps, left side, touchdown, New Pal. 34-7.
Good play by Hockett. Very deceptive play, good fake on the inside to the tailback. He pulled it. I tell you, Hockett has shown some explosiveness here in the second half. The score prior, he kind of burst out of there as he did on this score, and New Pal's kind of taken over this football game right now.
This is a big football game for both ball clubs here in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Here's a snap. The kick is up. It looks good, and it is. And it's 35-7 New Pal with 2:26 remaining in the third period.
Another look at the touchdown. Again, reading that defensive end, and as soon as he closes on the tailback, the quarterback pulls it and walks around the end and skirts in there for the 6 points.
You have a feeling whoever wins this football game, and now it looks like New Pal, this is a huge boost to the Hoosier Heritage Conference, but also for New Pal, it could move them to 500 and catapult them as they move towards sectional play. And they traditionally have been just outstanding in Class 5A. They have Whiteland, Columbus East, among others, in their sectional. They have a chance to make a run in the tournament.
Oh, they always do, and Coach Ralph's doing a good job of improving week in and week out. I think they're clicking now on all full 4 cylinders in terms of the offense, defense. Special teams is making some plays, and again, just doing a good job. But they're still young. They start 3 offensive guys. I think he said really only a couple seniors play on either side of the football. So they are a young football team.
Brendan Tanksley will kick off for New Pal, trying to kick away from people. There's Owen Anderson, 25, again off the right side, 40, 45. He's at the 50. Hook missed him, and then he goes down. Another great return for Greenfield Central off the kick, and Hook came back and made the tackle. Eli Hook, number 20, but not after Owen Anderson had a nice return.
Great return, as you said, Mike, off the right side there, huh? Took it off the right side. They must have saw that in film coming into the game, because all the big returns that they've had have been to the right side of the return team.
Rashawn Street at quarterback. Gives the ball to the running back. This is number 2, Braden Harrell. He's going to go. 20, 10 from behind. He's nailed at the 2-yard line. Maddox comes up. Again, Maddox Johnson with a great defensive play as he gets Harrell from behind, but not after a big run.
Same play they've been running, the fake to the fullback, and then the lead with the left running back and the give to the right halfback, and they hit it up in there and made a run all the way down to the 2-yard line, as you said, 1st and goal.
Great job by Maddox Johnson catching Braden Harrell, and here come the Cougars down 35-7 in this ball game. There's no quit in Travis Nolting's Cougars right now. Rashawn Street out of the wishbone for Greenfield Central. The give to Harrell off the left side. Touchdown! Braden Harrell, touchdown for the Greenfield Central Cougars. It's 35-13.
Good answer to New Pal's score there to put them up. There's, as you said, there was no quit in the Cougars here, and a nice comeback drive and nice win for a touchdown, going for the touchdown there. So, again.
Van Osdale will hold. Masters in number 17 for the kick, and they're waiting for number 13, Will DeJarnett, to check back in the lineup for Coach Nolting's ball club. 35-13. Masters has a chance to add a point for the Cougars. Snap. It looks good. It is. It's 35-14. We got ourselves a ball game.
Nice answer to the drive by New Pal by the Greenfield Central offense. All set up by the kick return in terms of getting the ball up the field and in good field position. Good drive there for the Cougars.
Earlier in this ball game, we saw New Pal try an onside kick. Could we see the Greenfield Central Cougars try this one? Down 35-14 here in the third, and there's a good look at Harrell.
Yeah, he can run a little bit, and it's a nice play. The play they've been having success at, where they fake to the fullback and lead by the up back and follow it by the other back, and giving him the ball. And again, a little slip up on the Dragon defense there.
Logan Masters, number 17, will do the kicking for the Cougars. 35-14, and can that bring some energy back to not only the Cougars but also their fans here in the stands?
Logan Masters set the kickoff for your Cougars.
And Masters' kick, he goes deep. Thacker will take it at the 11. Down the middle, and he is blown up at about the 27-yard line after a 16-yard return. Good job by Ben Osdall, I believe, was the guy that made the tackle.
Stopped by Owen Anderson.
They're going to credit Owen Anderson with the tackle.
It's a big hit. I don't know who it was, but I'm going to tell you, I heard the pads hit all the way up here. It's a good strike by Owen Anderson, I guess. And, again, both of them kind of sandwiched them between the two, and good play by both guys there.
First down and 10 for the Dragons.
I think that was Brady Durnell again, wasn't it? It looked like him.
27-yard line. Hockett. Hockett keeps himself left side, and the defense comes up and makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And we might have a cramp here. Allen was the guy who came from behind the line of scrimmage to make this tackle, Brad Allen, and a timeout. I think there's a cramp. Let's hope so.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it. Looks like he's got a cramp there. The trainers are hustling up to get him some fluids, and really the kids should just leave him lay there and not bother him until the trainers get there, just in case it's something else.
Again, Allen has been all over the field tonight, playing in the backfield offensively, and then the linebacker, and you look at it, definitely a cramp there. He needs some help stretching that one out. And sometimes you think when it gets colder you don't need to hydrate, but no, you got to hydrate.
No doubt, and that's a good point to make there. That guys that don't drink as much when it gets a little cooler, but they need to force fluids, and it's. Plus, that kid's played a lot of football now. He's going both ways and making plays at the offensive end and as well as the defensive end. So, hats off to him. Hopefully, he's okay and can continue, because he's an integral part of their football team, both offense and defense.
One of the things I've noticed throughout the ball game here is the fact that as good as New Pal's offensive line has been tonight, they seem to be a little worn. Greenfield's really battling. A lot of the guys for New Pal have their hands to their side. They're still kind of battling through this conditioning that we have, and maybe there's an effect with COVID and lack of time to practice, whether it's on the field or off. But they're really working them tonight.
Well, I think that being young, that's a true sign of a young guy. That young guys, I should say. There's 3 of them that are sophomores now, and again, it's a little bit different playing on Friday night than it is on Saturday morning or Monday whenever they play the JV game. And again, they got to learn how to play and press through it and make plays. But Coach Ralph, I'm sure he's got them in pretty good shape. He runs a great weight program, I know that, and his kids are, all the sports. All their different sports have attributed their success to his weight program.
Coach Bart, further Hoosier Heritage Conference action next week. Greenfield Central at Yorktown, and New Pal with Shelbyville.
Yeah, I think Shelbyville, hopefully they're back playing. I'm not sure if they are tonight. I know last week that was the game that was canceled against Greenfield Central. They had to cancel because of the COVID contact. But looks like Nine Star is going to do a game with Delta and Pendleton Heights. And so that should be a great game. I know Delta's playing really good football, as is Pendleton Heights.
And again, that's a Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup next week. These two teams, again, replayed on 9 Star TV, Channel 9, Saturday and Sunday at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. And here's a look at the Hoosier Heritage Conference, and at the top is Mount Vernon at 3-0. At the bottom is Shelbyville, but Shelbyville, as you mentioned, has been hit a little bit by COVID, but there's some really good football programs in this mix.
Yeah, you look at Shelbyville, they've played 2 games, and that's it, where everybody else has played 5. And, again, Mount Vernon seems to be the cream of the crop this year. They handled New Pal pretty well in terms of their meeting, but, again, most of the time in this conference, from top to bottom, it's always a battle.
It always is. And you look at this conference, there's a lot of schools here that over the years traditionally have been very successful, not only within the conference, but also along the state lines. You look at a program like Delta and Yorktown at one point in time were pretty good. Pendleton Heights were pretty good. And with that, let's take a break. You're watching high school football on 9 Star TV.
3, 2, 1.
Has the first dunk in the building from Orange. Waits, Waddell finishes. And lays it in. There is right now the play of the game. Better finish. We might see that on plays of the week. Great feed. The finish. Spin, win, 3. Bury it in the lane. No, gun, yes. Whoa, what a play. Flying in.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate.
We're back at Greenfield Central. 1:17 to go, and it looks like somebody on the defensive end may have jumped to cause motion there. And it is an offsides on the Greenfield Central Cougars. So just after number 9, Brad Allen, made a good tackle behind the line of scrimmage, the Cougars get penalized.
Yeah, hopefully the young man's all right. He was helped off the field. He was walking by the time he got to the sideline, so I think he just had a cramp and needs to hydrate.
Hockett working against that defensive unit for Greenfield here in the third period. Hockett keeps 35. Brooks another tackle. Anderson finally gets him at the 41-yard line, and that'll be a first down. How do you like that for New Pal? Moving the chains.
Yeah, they went to that three-man look again, thinking that New Pal was going to throw the football and played a little zone defense. And I believe Hockett probably checked to this run play where, again, it's a read option, same play they've been running. And the safety came up, missed there. But, again, good play by the quarterback, Hockett.
First down and 10 for the Dragons here as the clock begins to run here late in the third period. Thomas to the 45. Positive yardage on first down as he's dropped to the turf. The clock is running under 15 seconds left, and you suppose that New Pal will probably just sit on this one and not run another play, although they're gathering around the line of scrimmage. No huddle.
No, I think they'll wait and play the fourth quarter, take the lead 35-14.
And you are correct. And with that, it's New Pal on top of the Greenfield Central Cougars. After 3, it's the Dragons 35 and Greenfield Central 14. We'll be back after these messages on 9 Star TV.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9 Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
I see legs there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might be working on them on the.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. We're back at Greenfield Center. Just look at the sideline. There's a tent there for injuries, much like you see in professional football. And we saw that the good news is that Brad Allen was walking around. So he may eventually return to the lineup, but right now he was being addressed by the officials here, and there he is in that tent area where the trainers work with the kids. It'll be second down upcoming here in the fourth period for New Pal, up 35-14. Hockett carries himself and finally dragged down, and great penetration there. Sam Hall came up and made the stop, number 83, 6'3" senior.
Greenfield went to their traditional four-man front there and brought everybody up close, and they might have even blitzed the linebacker. I guess not, but they kind of a bit mixed up, I thought it was, in the backfield there on this run play. Third and long. Chance to get off the field here for the Cougars.
Damon Hockett out of the pistol. Gives to Thomas, breaks a tackle, still moving towards the 50-yard line. It's going to be close. That is within reason of going for a fourth down. Fourth and short.
Well, you're up 35-14. Ball at midfield, 4th and 2. Been running the ball fairly successful here. Interesting to see what Coach Ralph will do.
66 for Greenfield. Jacob Skinner was the tackler there. In fact, Thomas ran into his own blocker there and slowed him down. Otherwise, he probably would have been able to pick up a first down. New Pal taking a lot of time, and now they want a timeout. And that's a good call by Kyle Ralph to be able to organize and call play here on 4th and short. A big play for New Pal trying to close this ball game out in the 4th.
And an even bigger play for the Cougars, for Greenfield Central.
No doubt.
If they can stop them on this 4th down, if they were to go for it, they'd get the ball at great field position, and there's a lot of time on this clock. So you get it to you get a score, and now it's a 2-score game instead of a 3-score, and things can happen here. So big play for both squads here if they decide not to punt the football.
35-14. Fourth period, 10 minutes, 30 seconds go, 7 seconds to go in the ball game. New Pal 2-3 on the year. Greenfield Central, the Cougars 3-2. There is a huge crowd here supporting the Cougars here on the home side, and a nice turnout as well on the far side from the New Pal Dragons supporters. Let's take a look at this. And it is getting cold out.
Temperatures dropped a little bit. It's nice. Good football weather. 4th down. Here they go.
Hockett out of the shotgun from the pistol. Grayson Thomas, the running back. The give to Thomas off the right side. He's got a first down and more. He's all the way down to the 40. That'll be a first down for the Dragons.
Good tough run there by the tailback, Grayson Thomas. Tough run. He got the yardage that was needed. Good blocking up front. Looked like just like an inside zone play. Double team combo came up off of that up into the linebacker. And again, good job there up front by New Pal controlling that line.
38-3 over Pendleton Heights. That was a big one. And they are beginning to roll here in this ball game, up 35-14. Hockett keeps, and down he goes. And had some help there. One of the defenders, number 21, Jacob Hinton, was the tackler, along with Hall.
Good play there by the Greenfield Central defense. Played the down guy, the inside zone, took care of the fullback, and then good scrape or come up by the defensive backs to take care of the quarterback.
New Pal right now is massaging the clock here as it begins to wind down as you look at about 9:35 to go here in the ball game. Still running out of the pistol, Damon Hockett. The give off the left side, and his helmet is, they gotta stop the play here because there's a potential that Grayson Thomas could really get injured as he was just hit hard by Dewey Woolsey, who pulled on the face mask, and the helmet went flying. That's a potentially dangerous play.
Yeah, it was a good hit, I think, or maybe he grabbed the face mask and the referee saw it. Play stopped, which is smart. It's a good rule that they've invoked here in terms of stopping the play.
Whoa. Good thing that they didn't come up high and hit him in the head.
Yeah, Dewey Woodsley got after him pretty good there, and I don't think it was intentional. He was trying to make a tackle and, inadvertently grabbed the face mask, which happens, and I think it looked worse than it was but the good thing is they stopped it, got the penalty, and now it's 1st and 10.
And because there was a face mask there and the helmet came off, Grayson Thomas is allowed to stay in the game. There's another flag.
Because of penalty, yes. Well, Greenfield Central's big guy jumped over the ball. The nose guard there jumped and created a 5-yard penalty. Nothing used to frustrate you as a coach when a guy and he jumps. But trying to anticipate the count just didn't work. 1st and 5.
Hockett looks over the defense. Thomas left side, 20. Trips at the 15-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, they might have called Thacker there for a hold on the corner. Same type of play there, inside zone and bouncing it outside. And, again, got the wide receiver holding the cornerback.
Josh Van Astel, number 12, did a nice job of making the tackle there. That's a favorable call for the Greenfield Central Cougars here. Still will be 1st down for New Pal.
That's 1st and 15, so they got the break, so to speak, that they needed. So need to buckle up here, men, and try to play some defense and hold New Pal on downs.
Hockett and Thomas in the backfield. Hockett back to pass. Looks down the middle, throws deep. This one is picked off. And I believe that was picked off in the end zone by Jacob Hinton.
Oh, man.
The question is, now they're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. He did not catch the football in the end zone.
I think it's about the half-yard line. I mean, the guy tried to make it. It's a great play. Yeah. And the bottom line is they stopped him, and it's a great interception. Again, Hockett tried to go deep, and 21 came all the way across the field. And again,
great call.
Great play.
Fantastic play and fantastic call. Interception by Hinton.
Got to watch it here about getting a tackle for a safety. So they got to get the ball out of the end zone here.
Street behind the center. 75 Fleener. Street gives on the left side and a couple yards to Harrell. And they get out of that shadow of the end zone, and maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, they got it off the half-yard line and got it up to about the 4. So, again, good. That's every yard counts here, that's for sure.
And we have another Cougar down on the field. And an official timeout has been called, and here come the trainers out once again to attend to the fallen Cougar. And you know what? It may look like number 9 again, Brad Allen.
Looks like he's got another cramp, and again, needs to hydrate.
And one thing that's interesting, you just saw it, is when you're laying on your back, it's nice to have a trainer pull your mouth guard out of your mouth.
In this day and age, I'm not sure that's. But anyways, that's it. Let's get him up.
Boy, he's given all he's got.
Yep.
It's got to be very frustrating for him when he's given that much effort and has to battle the cramp.
But to your point that you mentioned a couple of minutes ago about how important it is to hydrate even though it's cool out. That's something that he'll take away from this game, hopefully, and I'm sure that he's not intentionally trying to cramp up, that's for sure. He's a tough kid. He plays both ways and he's played a lot of football tonight.
Rashawn Street calling the signals. The give. He fumbled the football. He faked the handoff and fumbled the football. He may have recovered his own fumble there at about the 4-yard line. Boy, that nearly could have killed Greenfield Central there. There's still a hope in this ball game.
In running the option there, you're right, that the fullback and he were not on the same page. And comes a fine line where he's got to pull it or give it to that fullback. And that's, that was a backup fullback in there. Really a backup to a backup.
And again, penetration up front by Burgess for New Pal, doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage. The running back there, I believe, was Johnson, running for his first time tonight.
Yeah, we had, Zellers was out with contact tracing, and then Allen went out with a cramp, and now we're talking about the third-team fullback playing in there, and I'm sure that he and Street, who's a backup quarterback coming in, have not had a lot of snaps together in terms of running this offense.
Garrett Taylor will snap for Greenfield Central. Brady Durnell will punt. Isaiah Thacker back at the Greenfield Central 42-yard line for the Dragons. And a whistle blows in the backfield, and a flag is thrown. It's probably delay a game against the offense.
Yeah, they took too much time trying to get the ball off and making sure that they were organized so that good things happen on this punt, coming out of the back end of their end zone.
Durnell now will punt from the backside of the end zone. Thacker is standing at his 40.
Got to make sure he doesn't step on the end line.
Good snap, though. Ball's going to bounce as Thacker's nowhere near it. And gets a nice roll. That's going to be about a 49-yard punt.
He'll take it. And, again, coming out, that's a great punt, great athletic ability. No return on top of it. And, again, New Pal's got great offensive positioning here in terms of field position. So we'll see what they can do with the football with 6 minutes to go in the game.
And they do not have to worry about the clock whatsoever with a 21-point lead. Hockett has done a magnificent job in quarterbacking the Dragons tonight, number 11. Damon at 6'2", 165 pounds, a senior.
Good job his first year playing quarterback. He played receiver as a junior, and he's doing a good job of managing the football game here tonight.
Out of the pistol, Thomas, whistle blows, stops play.
We had a little, somebody moved before the ball was snapped, and a little legal procedure against the Dragons. That'll cost them 5.
And the good news for Greenfield Central at this point is the fact that in a penalty, the clock stops. They are battling it against the clock and against the scoreboard right now. As New Pal is in command in this one, 35-14 in the fourth. Hockett keeps 45, and he's dropped. Shoelace tackle by number 21, who came up with a big interception down the field in the earlier possession, Jacob Hinton.
Great open field tackle. That's the same play they've been running and had success at it with Hockett keeping the ball and hitting that edge. And Hinton did a great job of coming up, breaking down, and making a good tackle on Hockett, who's a very good athlete.
And again, New Pal milking the clock here late in the ball game, taking as much time as they can as the play clock has moved down to 5 seconds. Thomas, Hall's going to get him, and Hinton right at the point of attack. Nice job defensively for the Cougars.
That play didn't look right to begin with. I'm not sure that that's exactly what they were looking for from an offensive standpoint with New Pal. But hats off to Greenfield Central. Made a nice play. Got them 3rd and long now. Got to get off the field here.
Play being brought in now by number 12, Blaine Nunley for the Dragons. In charge, Damon Hockett. Gives to Nunley. Right side, 45, 50, keeping up at about the 44-yard line before he's finally dragged down by McGuire Good, solid run for New Pal. It'll be 4th down, though. Blaine Nunley was a ball kicker. 4th down at about 6, maybe.
I think Coach Ralph's made that decision a long time ago. He's going to go for this and try to control the clock here and end this football game with over 4 minutes to go. But it's 4th down and 6. It'd be interesting to see whether they throw it or run it. Again, they're going to take it down as far as they can, and looks like, and take another timeout.
Actually, the tackle was made by Spencer Johnson there, number 32. Sometimes it's difficult to see a 2 and a 7 here, but Spencer Johnson went way down low and made a nice stop.
They had a nice play, got them to 4th and long here, and so they have an opportunity to get off the field for the Cougar defense.
But they've had to burn another timeout with 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go, and New Pal looking to close this one out. The Dragons looking to even the record at 3-3. Greenfield Central coming into this ball game 3-2. A lot of strides have been made by Travis Knowlting and his staff as New Pal's won 13 straight in this series.
It's a lot of games. Looks like New Pal's going to punt it away. Ralph's had thought it over, conferred with his staff, and made the decision to punt it on down there and put Greenfield Central in a deep hole here to end this game.
Hockett, the punter, as well as the quarterback, standing at his 40. And the kick is away. And it's going to take a roll and a fumble, and New Pal's going to get it. The ball was muffed by Darnell and recovered by the Dragons. It's Nunley, number 12, was the guy that recovered it for Kyle Ralph's ball club.
He didn't field it on the fly, and he tried to save it from bouncing off of one bounce, and it got a little high for him, and he tipped it instead of going up with two hands and securing the football, and then he fumbled it. Here's a good look at it. Good high punt by Hockett. Didn't catch it on the fly and thought he could make a play. He did go up with both hands and just missed it. Unfortunate play for Nunley or Donnell there, and he's had a good football game up till that point.
Hockett will be the quarterback.
Again, he's just trying to make a play. I understand that, and you can't fault the kid.
Nope. The motion man for New Pal. Krupp, touchdown. Kyler Krupp, touchdown. Right side. 41-14, New Pal. They are an offensive juggernaut tonight, and in this series, there have been some really, really interesting scores. In fact, in 2016, it was New Pal 84, Greenfield Central 21. The last time the Cougars won in 07, 8-6. But Travis Knowlting is edging closer and closer and closer. In fact, last year it was 17-14 New Pal.
Yeah, I think that, one of the most important things to realize here, the score is not indicative of this football game. I don't think. Again, New Pal's been in control for most of the game. But at the same point, Greenfield Central's had their opportunities, and they just haven't taken advantage of them. Had a couple of big plays called back because of penalties. They gave them a score there by a fumbling on their, 5-yard line or whatever, 10-yard line, and you can't do that against a team like New Pal. Every time when you do something like that. Just got to finish strong here for the last 4 minutes in the football game for Greenfield Central so that they feel good about themselves and ready to go next week.
42-14. New Pal, Class 5A, over Greenfield Central, Class 4A. In Sectional 21, this should be very interesting because you've got Shelbyville, Muncie Central, Pendleton, Richmond, Newcastle, and Mount Vernon win that, even though Mount Vernon is a step ahead right now.
Yeah, it's true. And again, going back to this football game, you got to remember, and I'm not trying to make an excuse, but they're starting quarterbacks out, they're starting fullbacks out, and when you have those two intricate pieces of a wishbone offense, tough to overcome. And so, again, hats off to New Pal coming in here and really controlling the football game for the most part, and Coach Ralph and his staff. But, again, Coach Nolting and his group have a lot to be proud of, and they'll come back and get this thing going again here in the near future.
Tanksley's kick down the middle of the field. On the right side is Owen Anderson. He's at the 35, down to the 37-yard line, and finally stripped down and to the ground by Ian Fabian, number 21, a 5'9", 173-pound senior for Kyle Ralph's New Pal Dragons, who will be in sectional 14. Franklin 1-4 right now. Whiteland's 2-2, and Columbus East is 1-4.
Football to be played between now and then, and so it's again, Greenfield Central's back to their normal set. Got another fullback in there. I'm not quite sure who that is, but here's
Harrell. First down. He's knocked out of bounds. There's a flag. That was a late hit.
That was a late hit.
There's no doubt about it. He was out of bounds already, and he was pushed down. But again, aggressiveness for New Pal's youngsters, playing defense down the way, and a nice run by Braden Harrell.
Yeah, the new fullback's number 32 there, Spencer Johnson, 5'7", 170-pound fullback, senior kid, taking over for Allen.
A challenge for a Class 4A team, and the Greenfield Central Cougars, they're playing a lot of kids two ways. You see Harrell takes the late hit, and he's pushed out of bounds there by number 6, Baylor Hurst.
It'll be good for Greenfield here to punch one in and get some confidence back. And, again, they got some backups playing, obviously.
Street. Rashawn's going to turn the corner and go out of bounds. And he's finally driven down by number 21, Ian Fabian, making another tackle for New Pal. Official timeout. Maybe an equipment issue here, possibly?
Can't tell. I don't know what the discussion's about here. Hopefully the kids are not getting into any verbal confrontation with one another, and they're showing respect to one another and playing this game hard fought and finish it the way it should be.
Street out of the wishbone. 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Handoff right side, Harrell. 10, 5, touchdown, Greenfield Central. Off the right side, no flags on the play. And again, another nice run by number 2, Braden Harrell, the 6'2", 193-pound junior.
Same play they've been running there, the fake to the fullback and then the lead with the run back, with the up back and giving it to the other back. And a lot of backs in there, I know, but that's the way the wishbone is. Got a right halfback and a left halfback, and the right halfback came in and gave a nice block, and Harrell took it in. He's got some juice to him, I tell you, Harrell. They're going for 2 here.
Rashawn Street under center. Toss sweep. Harrell makes the catch over his head, dives for the goal line, scores 2 points. 2 points for Greenfield Central. The Cougars have added 2, and they've cut the margin to 20 at 42-22 with 3:11 to go.
Good job by the Greenfield Central offense, taking it down there and, showing there's no quit in them, and made some big plays. Harrell had a nice drive, made great run on the touchdown, and then also on the 2-point conversion.
A 20-point margin now, 42-22. And the good news for Travis Nolting is his ball club did not lay down. They continue to fight.
Oh, without a doubt. I knew they would. And, again, they're just playing with some missing pieces here. And that's, and New Pals did what they should do. They've been in control of this whole football game. But 3 minutes to go. It'll be interesting to see what Nolting does here, whether he kicks it down or tries to onside it.
Setting up to make the kick is Logan Masters, number 17 for Greenfield Central, from his own 40. Looks like a potential for an onside kick as everybody's coming up for New Pal. 10 guys within 15 yards of the football here for the Dragons. Masters to kick off. And he does onside it. Did it go 10? I don't think so. It's picked up, though, by a New Pal player. It's number 12 for the Dragons, and he can do that, Blaine Nunley, and that it will be a first down for New Pal at that point. Smart heads-up play by Blaine Nunley.
Good play by the, like you said, a smart play by the New Pal onside recovered team. Again, just unfortunate that ball got stuck in that turf and just didn't go 10 yards. He had it about 8.5, and again, that's unfortunate, but that does happen. And I'll tell you, that's a tough play to make as an onside kick team, and you got to get a little lucky. You got to have a little luck there. But again, I think they got to come back to where I'm not sure here.
They're talking about whether or not they're going to mark the football where it stopped.
Right.
And apparently they're not. They're going to put about 39.
They really shouldn't. Because it's not a dead ball.
Mm-mm. It wasn't touched, that's for certain.
It was touched by the kick team.
The kick team.
Yeah, not by the offensive team.
Hockett gives to Thomas. That's a nice run down the right side for about 5 or 6. It's not a first down, but puts a lot of pressure on Greenfield Central as Brady Durnell came up and made the tackle again.
Coming up on second and short here. So, again, Greenfield's got to button up and just finish this game off the right way.
Look, blitz may have jumped off sides. Johnson coming in from the linebacker spot, number 32.
Yeah, you can't get in the neutral zone in high school football. They'll kill the play right away, and he was in the neutral zone and made a mistake there. But, again, tough play. Got to button up here and try to finish this thing off right with 2.5 minutes. Yeah.
First down for New Pal.
I'm sure they'll just try to run the clock out here and give the ball to Grayson.
Hockett, another blitz down the middle. Hockett will keep 25-yard line and drop there. Hinton again, 21, and Johnson converged to make the tackle.
The play looks like it's going to go for a lot more yardage than it did. It ended up being a 2-yard gain. Nice play by 21 coming up in there and making the stop. Jake Hinton, he's only a sophomore. He made a lot of nice sticks here tonight from the safety position.
Damon Hockett, second and long for the Dragons. Nunley. Fumble recovered by the Greenfield Central Cougars. Durnell coming up number 1 and picking up the loose ball. And here comes Greenfield.
Good play by the defense there. Securing that fumble. Nunley trying to take off on the sweep. And good punch out by number 30. That's Dewey Woolsey. Dewey did a nice job of punching the football out and creating the turnover right here. Got his left hand in there and knocked it out.
Street, pass is caught. Knocked out of bounds. Good reception by Will DeJarnett. DeJarnett, 6'1", junior. And that is short of a first down, but it stops the clock.
Yeah, nice play by nice easy throw. Good call by the coach there. And, again, got the confidence in a little bit in the pass game here with Street. Because I'd say with a broken collarbone, it's going to be a while before the Zeller kid gets back in there.
Street back to pass. Looking downfield, getting a rush, deep down the middle to Owen Johnson, and he just missed him. He had the defender beat, and covering downfield was number 24, Mason Hyatt.
Street showed some arm strength there. He sat back, set his feet pretty well, and let it rip down the middle of the field. And, again, just overthrew John Anderson there, right? Owen Anderson, 23.
3rd and short for the Cougars here. 1:10 to go in the ball game. Toss sweep. Johnson. He's going to get the first down. And there is a flag on the play. That might be costly. It's going to move him back. There's a hold. Every time it seems like Greenfield Central moves forward, they move backwards.
Yeah, I think they called it on the outside there. I'm not sure, but it looked like the line judge on that side called it on the end of the scrimmage there in terms of who was holding. Tough to see there, but again, good play.
Clock's running, under a minute to play.
Play the next down.
Street avoids a rush, cuts inside. He's going down. And there is a flag. Whaling came up and made the tackle, I believe. Maybe that was Hook. 20. Eli Hook, I believe, was the guy that got him finally behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe a face mask by another Dragon defender.
I think Thomas Wood jumped on the pile there a little bit. Personal foul. After Street was down here. Looked like, 55 there trailing. Good tackle there, and then boom,
yep,
right there.
There it is, yep.
Yeah.
Good call. Thomas Wood at 6'2", 272, number 55.
Yeah, he got a little anxious, tough call. He shouldn't have done that, though, but it'll be a first down for the Cougars.
A lot of size up front on offense and defensively for New Pal. In this big Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup. And there's going to be a timeout on the field, or at least an official timeout. They want to discuss some things.
Should be a first down because it's a personal foul, isn't it?
Officials still trying to sort this one out. As you see, with 41.6 seconds remaining in the contest. It's been all New Pal tonight, but Greenfield's put up a nice fight.
Yeah. New Pal came in here. He set the tone up front. I think they controlled both line of scrimmages pretty well, especially on offense. And I think their big guys wore them down a little bit. To Greenfield's credit, they kept battling. And again, they became kind of their own worst enemy a couple times with some key penalties that brought big plays back.
Speaking of big plays, how about those kickoff returns for Greenfield?
Yeah, they did a nice job. And then one of the big returns was brought back because of a hold call. Mm-hmm. So you can't beat yourself with penalties, when you're struggling to score points. And in a big game like this against a good football team, penalties are important. And I'm sure tomorrow morning Coach Knowlton will have these kids in the film session and point that out.
Street to Johnson, and he gets about 3 yards, and that will be a first down. And Greenfield will have another play.
Not quite sure why that was not a 1st and 10 off the penalty, but play the next play.
Rashawn Street. They give to Harrell. He gets about 4 yards off the right side, maybe 5. Gets tripped up by Radabush. That may be it.
Looks like it.
And that's a final. New Pal 42, Greenfield Central 22. A big victory for New Pal. The Dragons improve to 3-3. Greenfield Central drops to 3-3, but for for the most part, we had a fairly competitive football game, which New Pal controlled for the most part, but a lot of positive things for Greenfield Central. Certainly a lot of positive things for New Pal, and both coaches can fix things and work on and get better as they approach sectional play in 3 or 4 weeks down the road.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for Greenfield Central is to get healthy and to get back at it. But again, congratulations to New Pal. They came on the road and got a big conference win.
Well, we'll wrap this up after these timeouts. You're watching IHSAA football, New Pal at Greenfield Central, 9-Star TV.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Oh, you do? Oh, you have credits in the end? Okay, good. We're back at Greenfield Central High School. A huge victory tonight for New Pal as the Dragons win it 42-22. As you take a look at head football coach Travis Nolting, Coach Bart. Coach Nolting is doing a tremendous job here at Greenfield Central, but they ran into a buzzsaw offensively. Great job by Hockett, the quarterback, tonight.
Without a doubt. And, again, both teams played their hearts out. Both teams had big plays. Again, I think New Pal had a couple more big plays than Greenfield. A couple of Greenfield plays were called back because of penalties, and they'll learn from that. But, again, both teams played hard and, set themselves up for next week.
New Pal won this battle in the trenches. There's no doubt about that, posting 42 points on the board. For next week, the Dragons play host to Shelbyville, and Yorktown will play host to this Greenfield Central Ball Club. Both ball clubs now 3-3 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. A nice matchup here. I'm glad you all could catch this on 9-Star TV. We'd like to thank a few folks here for all their hard work here at Greenfield Central High School. And certainly we had ourselves a nice matchup here between these two ball clubs, and one player in particular that I really was impressed by from Greenfield was their quarterback. I think Rashawn played really well.
Yeah, I think Street coming in there performed admirably to run that offense and did a great job of running the wishbone offense.
Once again, a final here at Greenfield Central. New Pal 42, Greenfield Central 22. Along with Coach Bart, I'm Mike Walensky. Thanks for watching 9-Star TV.